Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I'm back for Sisters. Yeah, I'm giving y'all life. This lip, okay, this lip is everything. This is a matte cream Milani. I think it's Seduction. I think that's the color. Seduction. I'm probably wrong. You know, baby, do it to you. Seduction. Look, I'm trying not to do it, but y'all know that Usher. Okay, and then y'all don't know what happened before I started to do these videos, so never mind. Okay. Coffee tongue, I hate it, but the coffee's so good. Anyway, so yeah, okay, sisters, the PI in Andy's office with the terrible wig on. Let's start there. Okay, so what was most bothersome about this little scene for me? The PI that came to you with the information, okay? It's not what y'all thought it was. It was what we all thought it was, okay? It wasn't what I thought it was, what we all thought it was. Because I was saying that I felt like it was pictures of him and Andy based off of the hairstyle. I was correct. Y'all was saying that it was another woman. Y'all was correct. Because it was pictures of him with another woman and pictures of him with Andy in a park taking walks after dark, before the dark, and everything else like a Jill Scott song. And I just kind of felt like, wow, son is really flawed. Like, I knew he was flawed, but you flawed. The PI explains that he sees her in the morning before the gym, and then he sees this young lady after lunch. He's been dating her for 3 weeks, okay? And Andy is like, what do you want? What do you want from me? Because your posture is telling me that you're here to blackmail me. And the PI is like, I'm not here to blackmail you, baby. I'm trying to help you. Look at this messed up shit show of a situation. This man sought you out because you were a divorce attorney. And then kind of sort of convinced his wife to go to see you, so he knew how the divorce proceedings would be handled and he would come out on top. Okay, that's what he was trying to do, girl. He is using you. You don't see that? She was trying to kick the PI out of her office, and the PI had all the information that she ever needed. So I was so aggravated with Andy. Okay, the lady was like, look, Mrs. Borders wants to meet with me tomorrow evening so we can discuss how to go forward, and I can show her these pictures. So you let me know what you gonna do. I feel bad for you, baby. I really do. You seem like a good person that got took. Let me know what your decision is. And I'm like, what's up with this wig? Like, all that. What's up with this wig? So, of course, Andy runs into the ladies' room to cry in a stall, and her assistant overhears it. And I'm just like, girl, if you don't gather yourself and take half a day, girl, you need to go home with all of that. You got a whole assistant. I'm going to go take a lunch. Call me and let me know if anything's going on. Cancel my meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got somebody that can call you if you need to hurry up and come back to the office. Like, geez Louise. Anyway, so y'all, Maurice and Sabrina are in her office at the job eating lunch together. And she's still wondering about Calvin's sexuality because the dude at the gym told her that he was gay. And so Maurice is like, why we gotta keep going back and forth with this, ma'am? Date the damn man, don't date the damn man. He said he not gay. Why is you listening to her down at the gym? She don't know what she talking about like that, okay? And so Sabrina is just still in her mind not knowing what's up. She says maybe he's bisexual. And Maurice says, okay, if he's bisexual, what is the big damn deal? Like, if he's with you, he's with you. And y'all, listen, let me explain. Listen, Linda, okay, I go back and forth with this because as a bisexual, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But I also feel like as a bisexual, I fit into my roles very nicely. Like, as a woman, I am about 60-40. As it pertains to masculine and feminine. I am 60% feminine and I am 40% masculine. I am swagged the out. Okay? Like, that's why some of y'all think that I like feminine girls. In all honesty, I've dated feminine girls as well. I've dated femmes and studs. Mostly studs, though. But at the end of the day, I toss those studs up. And when the lights go down, we are all women. Okay? So that's I don't want to be with no touch me not. I don't want to be with somebody that don't want to be touched and don't want to be fondled in the places that they are a woman, because that is what I am liking about this whole naked situation right now. Okay, like I know I might be telling y'all too much, but I'm just saying we're gonna discuss this and we're gonna talk about this show. Okay, so like as a bisexual person, I feel like just because you bisexual does not mean that you fit into the roles of what is expected of you when you date certain people. You know what I'm saying? And I know that might sound, you know, some type of way, but that's the issue that Sabrina is having with Calvin. He does not fit into the box in which she would like him to be. And that is sometimes the case in the difference between men and women when it comes to being bisexual. I feel like there are some men that are bisexual and you can't really tell in no type of way. And that is probably ideal for most women who want to date, if they're going to date a bisexual man. They want to not feel like whatever you do with men will bleed into what you're doing with me as a woman. That's what it starts to feel like. And look, I just figured it out right then in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get into it. But what Calvin might do with men starts to bleed into what he's doing with Sabrina. And that is not always a turn on or something that somebody wants to do. I'm a firm believer in discussing everything you're comfortable with before you lay down with somebody. Like, I don't think I've ever laid down with somebody without seeing what they was working with and having a real conversation about what I do and what I don't do. Okay, so that there are no misconceptions and no misunderstandings once we get into this, because I hate for anything to ruin my vibe and fuck up my flow. So I talk about things ahead of time. So this Calvin and Sabrina situation that we gonna get to, oh my goodness gracious, was wrong on so many levels. But later Calvin calls and makes a date with her, so he's gonna come over to her place that evening. We'll get back to that. So y'all, Danny still got Zach believing that they had sex. Son is all messed up in the head, all emotional, feeling more flawed than he's ever felt before. Okay, so he at the job with his shirt open and the beat open, trying to show us how poor and distressed he is. You know, he's playing, you know, like, I don't know, have y'all ever seen the Blanche Devereaux in A Streetcar Named Desire? Have y'all ever seen A Streetcar Named Desire? It's a very old movie. It's set in New Orleans, okay? But Marlon Brando with his fine ass back in the day. We ain't talking about Godfather Marlon Brando. We talking about Streetcar Named Desire, wife beating, sweating ass Marlon Brando with all this energy coming up from this area down here, which said a lot, okay? But he's like, you know, poor, but he wearing that lady ass out, okay? He might be a little bit abusive, angry, ornery, all of that, but he's showing up sweating, fine as hell, and tearing that ass up, okay? Okay, and I think that is the energy that Zach is supposed to be giving when he's walking around with the open shirt and the beater on under it, okay? But Danny is working on my nerves, because it's like, so you really like this immature, you really gonna let this man go and talk to Karen, because that's what he said he wanted to do, go and lay it all out on the table with Karen. You want him to go and tell Karen that y'all slept together even though y'all really didn't, just to hurt her because you feel like they've been talking behind your back, even though everything they said they didn't say it to your face? See, Danny, that don't make no damn sense. I can't stand when a friend that try to act like they the hardest be like so emotional about everything and get in their feelings about any little thing. I can smack the shit out of you. Are you serious right now? And stop blaming it on marijuana. Marijuana ain't got nothing to do with this. You be paranoid that the cops gonna come to your house. You don't be paranoid that your friends talking behind your back. Like, it ain't that deep. That sounds like a coke habit to me. Like, y'all doing too much. But Danny got her feelings hurt in this conversation because he told her even though she's a nice girl and he likes her, sleeping with her was a mistake. Okay, and he wants to go back to Karen and work it out with Karen because he messed up with Karen and all of this type of stuff. So once again, making her feel less than and making her anger for Karen even deeper, even though Karen ain't really do you shit. It's messed up. So y'all, Aaron booked an appointment with Karen down at the hair salon, and he shows up. Once again popping up. She didn't know that he had purchased time with her. But he's there to apologize. And then he asked her to dinner. She says that, you know, she's sorry for the way she acted with him and how, oh wait, no. He says that he's sorry for judging her and not giving her a minute to calm down. And, you know, basically judging her interaction with Zach. Like, he don't know their situation. So, him judging her the way he did, he said he apologized for that. I said, oh, who told you about that? Who told you was wrong for that? I'm glad they told you. But it seemed like you had to go home and pray on that, because in the moment and after when you called Andy, it doesn't seem like you realized that you was doing too much and overstepping boundaries. Okay? Ugh. Anyway. Karen reminds him that when he comes around, so does his crazy ass wife. He says ex-wife, whatever. Okay, she comes around and I don't want to deal with that. He tells her that she don't have to deal with that. That won't be an issue this time around. And so then Karen apologizes for the way she spoke to him. She tells him, you know, it's obvious that people have been telling her she needs to pull it back a little bit, and maybe she does, okay? And he said, well, won't you let me take you out to dinner? She says, no, I don't need to be out in public with you. Why don't you come over to my house and I'll cook you some dinner? How about that? He agrees. And then he goes down to the barber and get himself a little haircut, which is two chairs down, not that far away. And then here comes Zach in a beater, in an open shirt, looking like he will tear that ass up. We didn't know this at the time. But see, Karen is horny as hell. And so when he came in looking like that, she was tempted to take him back to the office and have this conversation. But I think once she realized that he was coming to talk to her, and plus old boy was right there, so wasn't nothing really going to shake. And she kept saying, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you. But it was clear that he was about to come out about something that had happened with Danny. And she didn't want to hear that. So she told him to press. And he didn't want to press. He kept saying he needed to talk to her over and over again. The scenes can sometimes be a little bit habitual in a way that they don't need to be. But you know what? I digress. Either way, she tells him no. He doesn't leave. So she tells him to get on his bike and ride back off to wherever he came from. And the ladies in the shop giggled, and that made him feel some type of way. That is unfortunate. But how many times I gotta tell you no before you leave? This is my place of business. Don't come here with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be glad I ain't embarrassed you worse. Get on your bike and skedaddle, my nigga. Like, what? And dude is over there paying attention to everything. It was so uncomfortable. It was really uncomfortable. So then Karen tries to call Andy because she needs somebody to talk her down. But Andy is not answering the phone, and at this point, nobody really knows what's going on. So then Sabrina calls looking for Andy because she's trying to call Andy as well. And then she tells Karen that she talked to the trainer, and the trainer said that Calvin was gay. But Maurice doesn't think that Calvin is gay. And she was like, Maurice? I'm like, why we can't listen to Maurice? What's the problem? Then Karen tells her about Zach showing up trying to confess whatever was going on with Danny. And she says she don't care about it. She don't want to hear it, and she does not care. Whatever, you know, him and Danny had going on, that's their business. Which, you know, Sabrina kind of perked up a little bit because she knows what's going on. Well, at least she thinks she knows what's going on over there at Danny's. So, yeah, Andy's assistant goes into her office to check on her, and she's just staring off into the damn distance like a dodo bird. Like, girl, get to work or go home. And the lady is asking her, you want me to get you some dinner? Do you need anything? She's like, no, no, no. And then she really starts to get impatient because the lady keep asking, and she tells her to just go back to her desk. But the lady tells her that Mrs. Borders keeps calling trying to find out when her husband will be served with the divorce papers. And she was like, I'll handle it. She was like, I can just put it on, it's not even on the manifest, but I can do it myself. You don't have to worry about it. And Andy was like, no, I'll do it myself. You can go back to your desk. And it's like, oh, you need to go home because you doing the most right now. Why you gotta act crazy? Tyler, why do you have to like make these scenes so redundant? I feel like at some point, there's always a moment where the same thing has been said too many times in a scene. So Calvin comes over to Sabrina's with some takeout. She goes in the kitchen to, you know, take the food out the bags. And when she turns around, he's standing there in regular, degular, schmegular, brief underwear. And then he says, well, it's quite freeing. I'm like, yeah. That's partially the reason why we was looking at you like, what the hell is going on? Why would you choose to wear underwear like this? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm not choosing to wear underwear that's going to slide into my ass. I'm just not doing that. That's not comfortable for me. So, like, sometimes I be like, why do you not want to wear boxer briefs? They're so comfortable, especially if your jeans not tight as hell. But then they get into it, all right? They get into it. They kissing. They making out. They get into the bedroom. Now, I don't know what happened. Maybe I missed it. But it seemed like they was just making out and he fell off the bed. But maybe they was doing it, I'm not sure. But either way, he falls off the bed and she has her little sex toy box under the bed. I say, who puts their sex toy box under the bed? Ain't it supposed to be in the nightstand in the drawer? Never mind. Anyway, or in your panty drawer? Never mind. Whatever. So he pulls out her pink vibrator, which is also a dildo. And he says, ooh, we should try this. This looks like fun. Yeah, you should do this. You should use it on me, silly. You know, it's like the girl was not comfortable with you having glossy nail polish and wearing lace underwear. Why do you think she wants you to, like, ask her to peg you? Is it pegging if it's with just with the vibrator? Look, whatever. Either way, this just seems like he has no awareness. It seems like he doesn't care really if it makes you uncomfortable. He's just gonna throw it on you, and then we're gonna see if you like it. Like I don't understand, y'all. All the brownie points that he received for having on appropriate underwear for what this lady is attracted to, and then for you to come in and ask for her to stick something in your butt, all for you to come all quick inside her. I was just like, so did you not notice that she wasn't into that? That she wasn't responding to you in the same way? See what I'm talking about? What kind of stupid shit is that? That is so stupid. Who does that? You could tell she was uncomfortable. And her dumb ass gonna lay there and do it. I would have said, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't want you to do that to me, so I don't want to do that to you. No, that's not what I'm into. I'm not comfortable with that. That's not a turn on for me. That's all you gotta say. And if he got a problem with that, then he can skip, and skedaddle his ass on to somebody that's cool and wants to do that with you. I'm not that bitch. See what I mean? Bleeding what you do with dudes into your relationship with women without having conversations with them. Like, you gotta talk to females about this. I know females that don't mind doing this type of shit. They, you know, they will put their face in your butt. They will do everything to your butt. Like, that is the thing out here. Young Jock and the rest of them and Tank and everybody got y'all playing with people's booties, and it's cool, all right? Like, I really feel like the white girl started it. The white girl started it, and not, you know, the black girls are doing it. You know, we needed time to warm up to this. I'm still not there. That's not what I want to do. I don't want nobody around my ass like that, and I don't want to be around nobody else's ass like that. That's just me personally, okay? Now, if you got somebody that's into that type of shit, I love it. Please. Be into the same freak nasty shit. Like, everybody's into a little kink, but everybody kink ain't the same. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But you gotta have conversations and talk to people about the kink that you into before you whip it out on them. Because then you have these types of moments. I was just like, I don't know what y'all want from us at this point. Like, I don't know what the point of this conversation is at this point. So y'all, Karen is at home calling Andy, but Andy isn't answering. Karen is horny and needs to be talked down from having sex with Aaron. Okay, then Aaron comes in smelling all good, you know, overly dressed for at-home dinner, but whatever. I was like, why are you trying to play her? She had on a nice little old Navy dress. What you want from the lady? It could have been somewhat nicer than Old Navy, but it was still just a little pretty printed dress. Like, what was she supposed to be dressed like? Y'all was going to the Oscars? I don't know. Anyway, so she thanks him for being patient with her, and they sit down on the sofa to talk. And she finds out that Aaron is a preacher. Like, got a church, not have a church, but, you know, works in a church, preacher. He's a preacher. So now she knows she's not going to get any premarital dick. And now she's sleepy. But he says, you know what, we can just eat dinner. You know, if you're tired, let's just eat dinner. I don't want to, you know, waste a good time. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just have the dinner so, you know, you can go ahead and get your rest. And then we sit through a very uncomfortable dinner in which she runs out to get on the phone with Sabrina, who is looking for a reason to run from Calvin. They decide on the phone that they're going to go over there to Andy's house so they can run from their respective uncomfortable ass situations, okay? Then it's cut short with Aaron, and I'm sure Calvin was just going to let himself out at Sabrina's place. So they get over to Andy's. And Sabrina called Danny before she went there. So they show up, and Andy is once again sitting in her kitchen counter staring into the damn abyss. I'm like, girl, if you don't pull it together And she got, you know, the folder sitting in front of her. And when Danny gets there, Karen was like, we don't need you for this, okay? We can handle this on our own. And Danny was like, girl, ain't nobody ask you. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to Andy. And they going back and forth. And so Andy, still staring into the abyss, takes the pictures and throws them out on the counter. And everybody starts to look at him. And then she explains, he played me, y'all. He played me, you know. And talks about how he's not only with her, but he's with another woman. And child, you know, the homegirls is feeling some type of way. You have got to confront him about this. And all of this and that. And so Danny is like, oh, look, this is a picture of me. Look how cute I look in this picture. And that's when she's like, well, which one of these pictures is his wife? And so she pulls one of the pictures that's his wife. And y'all, why Danny said that's not the woman he was at the airport with. So there's another female tied up in whatever the hell Gary got going on. I say, bitch, how does he have the time? How does he have the time? And then Andy screams like a maniac. I was just like, what is that? Like, okay, can we be honest and say that I feel like sometimes Andy doesn't have any like connection through her moments when she's acting. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and then spaz. And it's like, I know people do that, but there's just like over dramatization that needs to be made more realistic with Andy's character. That's what it is. All right, y'all, that was Sisters. It was a good episode, y'all. I enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.